Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. I hope that everyone had a happy Halloween. This guy did not quite make it here in time. I'm guessing he was distracted by a six-pack somewhere along the way, but now I'm very pleased that NECA's exclusive Tom Atkins action figure is here. This was just left on the porch, which is why I'm opening it the way that I'm opening it, because nobody cares about the brown box, but I just wanted to sit down and get this done because I am very, very excited to finally have Dr. Challis from Halloween 3, as well as a signed Silver Shamrock Novelties. I guess this is a coaster. It's the biggest coaster I've ever seen in my life, which if you're going to go big, you may as well go big with this. This is great. Look at the nice reflective finish on the Silver Shamrock. Tom Atkins autograph inside. Let's go ahead and open it up because I'm not going to leave it in this bag. I'm going to have to put this in some kind of frame or something. And I would like to say, I told you so. When this figure was first shown as an exclusive for the Halloween convention out in California, I said, and people were mad, people were furious, they hate the guy. Now you can see some of the signature has scraped off a little bit. Not super great, but what are you going to do? I'm going to get it up in a frame and it'll be fine. And honestly, for the I was surprised at the price for this guy. It was $75, and for a figure like this, you know what? I'm not going to put it right back in that bag so it can get scratched up even worse. But for a nice autograph piece, they had to sit down with Tom Atkins and have him sign all of those and whatever. I'm perfectly fine with the price on this. But anyway, people were furious that it was going to be an exclusive at this Halloween convention, and they apparently people hate the guy that runs the convention and were mad that he was having these made. And I said, NECA is not only there's no way the minimum order quantity for just that convention is acceptable to NECA. We will see this figure again in some form. And sure enough, it was offered online on the NECA store, in stock for several days at that. But I ordered mine, and it's here now, and we're going to open it up because I do have the trick-or-treaters opened up on display on the shelf as well, and I just needed to have this guy. I love Halloween 3. Tom Atkins is awesome, and, you know, since we're here, why not take a look at the Detective Ray Cameron figure from Night of the Creeps, which I've not opened up yet. Well, I haven't opened up just because there's not really anything else to go with him. It's great. And I'm trying to decide if this is the same sculpt. It is. Same sculpt, just different. Well, I'll take this one out and then we can take a closer look. But I just haven't opened this one because I was just hoping this is the one I want to have open on the shelf. This one is cool in the box. It's fine. There's nothing for it to interact with. I just don't really need it out. And I've got a little collection of these 8-inch clothed NECA figures boxed, so it fits in with those. But this one has got to come out. So the packaging is, I actually prefer the old clamshell to these new window boxes. Just my personal preference. Obviously, you've got the movie logo, Dr. Challis. Looks good. Got some figure poses on the back. You know, not the best packaging ever, but good enough for what it is. Then on the bottom, you've got the credits, including special thanks for Tom Atkins and Sean Clark. Let's get him out of here. And I will say this, I'm glad, on the one hand, it would have been really cool if they just had him sign this. That would have been great. But then I would have either not opened it or had to get two, or I'm glad they did this the way that they did this. Right here you have the Silver Shamrock Lab background, and I know I've got this TV. I believe I've got this computer. I can't remember what it came with, but I think this is actually an accessory from another figure that NECA released. Maybe one of the Gremlins or something. I can't remember, but this is an existing thing. I'm going to have to look around for it, because I would love to make a Silver Shamrock Lab scene. That would be cool. I'll never actually do it, just to be 100% clear. I don't have time for that, but I would love to do it. Someday when I retire. You know what? Let's go with this from the back, so I don't take any chances with these soft goods. Oh, look at this. Nice, stretchy plastic tabs. If you're going to use plastic tabs, at least have the decency to use stretchy plastic tabs. My gosh. All right. Get him out of there. Plastic left over. Get our trash out of the way. There we go. Let's just go ahead and toss it. Man, look at that. All right, so we've got soft goods that at this scale are, much easier to execute than they are at 1/12 scale or smaller. Everything looks pretty good, but I think you do have to have something. I mean, I grew up, Mego was my first toy line. World's Greatest Superheroes were the first toys I was playing with. So I have kind of a built-in, tolerance isn't the right word, but I'll use it anyway. Built-in tolerance for soft goods at this scale. And definitely there's nostalgia there as well. Looks like he's got the same gun hand that Detective Ray Cameron has. You can see his hair color is different. This one is depicting a younger Tom Atkins. I am absolutely fine with him using the same head, because he looked essentially the same in both of those movies. But great sculpt. The likeness is exactly what it needs to be. The hair looks great. Paint is solid, spot on. The eyes, you can see. I like these because there's almost like a marionette type quality to them. If you're not following Handsome Devil Puppets on Instagram, you should be. But there's something to this style of figure that NECA does, where they're not the hyper-realistic look, but there's just something very appealing about them. They look, I don't know, they just kind of look like toys, but like I said, I think you have to have, maybe you have to have that Mego in your childhood to really get these and accept them. Articulation-wise, now, while this is a Mego style figure, the articulation, there are no rubber bands involved. These are all standard action figure joints. So at the shoulder, you've got a bicep swivel and a standard shoulder joint. Hinged shoulder. Goes up and down, back and forth. Single jointed elbow. The wrists. Kind of standard action figure wrists. There is a waist. No ab crunch at all, which is fine by me. These are not for being like super articulated action figures. His Velcro on his pants is a little off there. I'm going to try and just edge that over a little bit and cover that. There we go. And put that belt right back down. The belt is a fake leather that, I will say this, one of the biggest problems I have with these kinds of figures is more often than not, this fake leather they use for the belt starts to sort of separate and come apart over time. Nothing to be done about it. Maybe this one won't do that, but it has been a problem. Look how good the printing on that plaid looks. It looks great. Did a nice job with the collar. It's laying nice and flat. The jacket looks pretty good. I mean, if you remember that jacket, this jacket gets pretty pretty roughed around by the end of the movie. I think they've done a nice job with that. With the if you look at the waistband, the way they've done it looks like it's got the elastic up here with the stretchy bottom part. I mean, this isn't actually stretchy, but it's the look of the jacket in the movie. They had a great seam person, fabric designer. I don't know what the word is for that. This wrist is the same. Oh, and there's also this wrist the same as the other one. Now, one of the issues with this and a lot of NECA stuff, if you noticed in the box, which I already, where did I put? There it is. Some of his flesh paint has flaked off inside the box. It's just a little fleck. And that is an issue with not just this stuff, but a lot of NECA's products that have painted joints, is that when you move them, there's paint here and it's going to flake off. And typically they've used a very similar color of plastic underneath, but it's a thing that happens. I don't love it, but what are you going to do? I would be very careful moving these around. The pegs don't feel like the most solid thing in the world, especially if you're going to twist them, which there's just not much reason to be honest. You've got your hip joints. There is actually rotation there at the top of the thigh. And then all the movement you would expect out of a hip joint, single jointed knees. And then if you take a look at the shoes, very nicely detailed shoes. And then just a hinge here, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Again, it's this style of figure. These typically retail for, I mean, there's a significant markup on him, don't get me wrong, but these typically retail for like $35, right around there. I think they're about the same as NECA's Ultimate figures at this point, which to me that's very reasonable for what you're getting, for the scale, for the soft goods. And if you're into this look of figure, let's do a little zoom on some of these details. If you're into this look, which I think for whatever reason, this look is specifically great for horror. I don't know. Maybe it is that marionette quality. I don't know. But I wouldn't necessarily want like superhero figures like this. You can see the detail of the belt buckle there. I mean, it's just a square piece of metal, but it looks good. Although I would love a line of like James Bond, which it's been done. Not with as much quality as this figure and as what NECA does, but something like James Bond would be good. Like this. There are quite a few franchises I would like to see adapted into this style, but I don't know how popular this style really is outside of horror fans. So there you go. Oh wait, we got to take a look at his accessories, because those are critical to the character of Dr. Challis. First, we have a Shamrock Ale beer bottle. Nice and translucent. Got an amber-colored liquid in there. Looks great. Got a little label on it. I've got the thing around the top here, a little bottle cap. Santa Mira. So that's awesome. And then you've got not quite Miller, but what is it? Myers. That is great. Good, nice golden beer can. Looks like it's been popped open. Although I wonder, would this have had a pull tab rather than the... I'll have to watch the movie. Get a little more detail on that. But anyway, the Myers beer. That's great. In the Miller style logo. I would have liked a 6-pack. And would it really have cost them that much more to throw a 6-pack in here? But it's great. And I don't know how successfully he's going to be able to hold Maybe we can get him double fisting the bottle. Oh yeah, that goes right in there. Fortunately, his hands are pretty flexible. They're a softer plastic. So there you go. Dr. Challis is ready for action with a age-inappropriate young lady. Let's go. I love this figure. I don't know if there's going to be a wider release or not. I would not be surprised to see like Shout Factory maybe do a special 4K release of Halloween 3 that includes this figure. They've done things like that before, but this for the time being was a NECA web store exclusive that included the signed coaster that honestly was not protected all that well, but what are you going to do? Thanks for watching. Everybody please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and remember, there's only, I don't know when this video is going up, there are only 358-ish days until next Halloween. Turn it off!
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.